Thank you for being with us. Our top story tonight: amid a growing trade war with Europe, President Donald Trump welcomes the leader of Ireland to the White House. Today, the president officially increased tariffs on all steel and aluminum imports to 25%. And while the escalating tariffs could hurt U.S. businesses and consumers, Americans got some good news today about inflation. White House correspondent Owen Jensen reports and asks President Trump for his reaction. Owen.
That's right, Tracy. Good evening to you. Inflation cooled off for the first time in several months, a better than expected report. But now the new tariff battle playing out, making for an uncertain future. And earlier today, as you mentioned, I asked President Donald Trump about the latest CPI numbers.
President Trump, your reaction, sir, to the latest inflation numbers in the U.S.
Very good news.
Moments later, President Donald Trump spoke about the economy while visiting with the Irish Taoiseach, or Prime Minister, in the Oval Office.
We have a problem with the European Union. They don't take our farm products. They don't take our cars. We take millions of cars, BMWs and Mercedes-Benz and Volkswagens and everything. We take millions of cars.
The European Union says it will issue retaliatory tariffs in April on up to $28 billion worth of U.S. exports, including boats, bourbon, and motorcycles. The U.S. trade representative responds, if the EU acted as quickly to address global excess capacity as it does to punish the United States, we likely would be in a different situation today. And Canada, the largest steel supplier to the U.S., said today it will place 25% reciprocal tariffs on steel products and also raise taxes on a host of items.
Canada's absolutely one of the worst. And we, when I say worst in terms of charging tariffs. Their dairy products, they charge our farmers 240, 250, 270, and 400%. Okay? Think of that for dairy product. And we charge them like peanuts.
U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio also defends the U.S. tariffs.
He's imposed steel and aluminum tariffs now on virtually the entire world. And the reason why is not to punish those countries. It's because he has outlined the need to develop a domestic capability. If you don't have steel and aluminum, you can't build warships. You can't build airplanes.
President Trump and Michael Martin later made a trip to Capitol Hill to visit with lawmakers.
We're gathered to celebrate the deep and abiding ties of history, family, and friendship that bind together Ireland and the United States of America.
In his meeting with the Irish Taoiseach, President Trump said the U.S. has a massive deficit with Ireland, adding Ireland was very smart for taking pharmaceutical companies away from earlier U.S. presidents who he says didn't know what they were doing. In addition, he said the EU treats the U.S. very badly. At the White House, Owen Jensen, EWTN News Nightly.